All right, so I was in Walmart today and I came across an older gentleman and he was on some well, back in my day type shit. We've all seen old people do that. Well, back in my day, there weren't so many homosexuals running around. Just that's not what he said, but he was on some back in my day type shit. And usually I'll hear the old person out until they say something that's just stupid. And this old guy in his back in my day rant, he said something that was incredibly stupid. He said, well, I served my country. I served the military for 20, 30 years. Back in my day, that was an honorable thing. These young boys, they don't know nothing about serving in the military. And it was an older black guy, like I said. And I thought to myself, what an old coon ass nigga to say something like that. An old coon ass nigga. Because the thing is, our country in a modern day context, we're not fighting for freedoms. You got to be a real idiot if you think we're actually fighting for freedoms. Like the Iraqis are going to show up in the backyard any moment now. So you have to go over there first. Nobody believes that. Yeah, maybe some. I'm not a hate whitey type person. I don't hate white people. But maybe a white boy falls for that because it's biologically ingrained in a white person's DNA violence. Oh, we gotta conquer. Oh, we gotta take. We gotta steal. We gotta kill. We gotta plumage. Everybody dies. That's just, if we look at the history of the Europeans, that's kind of the whole history of most of them, or many of them. Let's not even say most. It's kind of but it's not in black DNA. To let's go fuck with these people for no reason. It's not in a black man's DNA to do that. Okay, just think about it like this. We came up with soul music. They came up with death metal. We came up with the blues, which is very emotional. You feel the blues. You can hear some blues artists. You feel it. They came up with Highway to Hell. I'm on a highway to hell. Okay, that's what they came up with. Okay, this kind of gives you a little bit of insight into white DNA versus black DNA. Why does that matter in the context of war? Well, for a black person, it shouldn't be looked upon as an honorable thing to go to another person's country, fucking with those people, shooting those people, killing those people, drone striking those people. You got to be some type of a brainwashed coon to sit up and think, oh man, I'm fighting for my freedom. I'm fighting for the freedom of my country. What kind of coon ass shit is that? And if you really think that we're out here fucking with people, say that to somebody like Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein wasn't fucking with anybody except his own people. And we fuck with our own people all the time. So don't give me this about he was a horrible dictator, woke progressive. Well, he may have, I think he killed the Kurds in his own country or something like that. Yeah, he was ruthless to his own people. But sometimes you got to do that in order to be a dictator. I mean, but that's not what the Iraq conflict was about. It wasn't about him being a ruthless dictator and we're going in to be the good guys. If that's the case, we topple the Israeli government tomorrow for the genocide they're commencing in. But no, it's all about power, okay? Saddam Hussein didn't want to get on board with U.S. foreign policy. Saddam Hussein was extremely anti-Western, not anti-Western in the fact that, he wanted to bring down towers. No, 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 no. Leave that to our own government officials. But he was anti-Western in his sentiments. He didn't want to play ball in the Middle East. And obviously, Israel doesn't like that. And Israel, being the controllers of our government, decided, oh, this nigga got to go down. Same thing with Muammar Gaddafi. The minute Muammar Gaddafi talked about getting away from the dollar and starting his own African Union dollar, the minute he said that nigga became a dictator. Okay, at first they didn't really like him too much, but they tolerated him. But the minute he talked about getting his own African dollar, oh, this nigga's a dictator. This nigga's got to go. This nigga's got to die. And this is our foreign policy in a nutshell. Even if we bring it up to a modern day context with Iran, oh, ruthless they hate America. And I hate hearing these stupid conservatives, just low IQ, dumb, idiotic, whatever synonym you want to use that defines low intelligence. But they chant death to America. I'd be chanting death to America too if in my backyard I'm always looking at US tanks, I'm looking at my own people get droned, I'm looking at resources being stolen, I'm looking at land being stolen, I'm looking at my government being toppled. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't an Iranian say "death to America"? An Iranian would have to be pretty stupid if they're not chanting "death to America." But your black ass want to sign up for the military. That's good. That's why I don't fuck with a lot of you niggas. That's why I don't fuck with a lot of you niggas. I signed up for the military, and a lot of you niggas aren't really patriotic. Like I said, patriotism, wanting to go over and blow up shit, that's a white boy thing. Not the white boys who watch woke progressive. Those are good white boys. But you know that's an idiotic white. The white boys who watch woke progressive are pretty smart. Okay, but these idiot. That's a white boy thing. I'm fighting for my country. You're not fighting for your country. You're fighting for Israel's interest. You're fighting for the powers that be, the billionaires, the global interest. You're fighting for on behalf of them. Okay, and look, signing up for the military, you know, under the facade of patriotism, that's a very white boy thing. When niggas sign up for the military, I know what your black ass thinking. You want a way out of the hood, okay? You see the military niggas come back. They have Corvettes, they have Camaros, and you think, oh man, shit, I can get a bag out of this. That's what niggas are thinking. Free college, yeah, all this. Niggas are thinking a bunch of free shit whenever they sign up for the military. Oh, come on, don't give me this patriotism talk. There's not one patriotic nigga in the United States of America. Okay, what's in it for me is what niggas go into it for. But it's still not worth it. It's still not worth it because when your marching orders, once they call upon you, I mean, you might have signed up during peacetime. I remember, you know, in my coming of age, when I graduated high school back in 2012, yeah, I would have, and it was mostly peaceful back then. I mean, you did have, you know, little conflicts going on in the Middle East as always, but it was mostly, you know, peaceful. We weren't actively at war. And they was sign up for the military. Now's the time. It's peaceful. It's peaceful. And I thought, you ain't finna get my black ass to sign up for that shit because the minute shit pop off, the niggas gonna be the first ones they send to the front line. The poor niggas are gonna be the first ones to die. Now, how is that Corvette gonna do you any good when you're dead? How is that Camaro gonna do you any good when you're dead? Most niggas sign up for the military so they can get a Corvette and get some foreign pussy. Okay? They go to Japan and they think the Japanese women are gonna be, Konnichiwa, I wanna have your black baby. Konnichiwa. That's why they sign up for it, okay? It's not patriotism, but it's not worth it. Okay, because when you get those marching orders and you have to go to Iran and they cut your head off in Iran, don't come crying. Well, you're not going to be able to come crying back because you're going to be dead. But tell your family, look, y'all, I signed up to fight for this bullshit. Please don't cry for me when I'm dead. Please, they're going to send back the caskets with the, you know, American flag on it. He was such a brave soldier. And I'm not going to say he was such a brave soldier. I'm going to say, look at this dead coon ass nigga. Look at this coon ass nigga that got involved fighting for these billionaires, fighting for Israel, fighting for power, fighting for white power. And now he's fucking dead and he fucking deserves it because he's fucking dumb. Oh, woke, you can't talk like that. Why I can't talk like that? This is what's going on. All right, you had millions of Iraq, probably hundreds of thousands, but let's just, for intents and purposes, because it makes the argument sound stronger, millions of Iraqis died in the Iraq War. Tens of thousands Palestinians dead right now at the hands of Israel, funded by our government, strong-armed by our government. And you expect me to die for that? You expect me to sign up and be proud of you for fighting for that? Nigga, please get out of here. What should you be fighting for? You should be fighting The same system that are killing these Middle Easterners, you should be fighting against that same system at home, because that same system is destroying your women. It's pushing out women like Sexy Red. It's pushing out women like Suki Hana. It's producing shows like Baddies. Michael Jackson spoke out against the same system. They killed him. All right, it's killing us. It's destroying us culturally, and this is what you're going to fight for. No, don't fight for that. Don't fight for that system. Fight against that system. Let me know what you think about this video in the comment section, and remember to like, subscribe, share, and as always, stay woke.